President Rodrigo Duterte has taken yet another move in pursuit of independent and economic policies for the country. The president approved the recommendation of the Department of Finance for the country not to accept grants from the European Union that may allow EU to interfere with the internal policies of the Philippines. Malacanang clarified that the policy pertains only to new grants that impose conditions affecting Philippine autonomy. More of this report from Ria Fernandez.
The Philippines won't accept any more assistance with conditions from the European Union.
The President has approved the recommendation of the Department of Finance not to accept grants, and this is not necessarily humanitarian aid, from the EU that may allow it to interfere with the internal policies of the Philippines. These grants pertain to particular projects or programs that have the potential of affecting the autonomy of the country.
According to presidential spokesperson Ernesto Abella, this rooted from EU's recent proposed aid that had provision which was unacceptable to the government.
The Philippines reserves the right to accept loans and grants that help attain its objectives of promoting economic development, inclusiveness, and reducing poverty, attaining peace within its borders and with its neighbors, and fostering a law-abiding society. It also reserves the right to respectfully decline offers that do not achieve these goals and offers that allow foreigners to interfere with the conduct of its internal affairs.
Nevertheless, he said other programs and projects of EU in the country will continue. Some of these are for the recovery and rehabilitation of Yolanda victims and the development of Bangsamoro. For Senator Sherwin Gatchalian, chairperson of Senate Committee on Economic Affairs, the new policy does not mean the country is forsaking its long-standing economic ties with EU. According to DFA, it does not affect trade relations with the regional bloc. Despite this, Presidential Advisor on the Peace Process Jesus Dureza is confident EU will understand the President's decision and that our strong alliance will remain. Abella meanwhile assured that the government can compensate for the lost aid.
You've seen the performance of the President over the past 10 months. You've seen the economic growth. Unless you missed out on what I said earlier, the Philippines is growing by leaps and bounds. In fact, right now it's second. I think it's the second fastest growing right now in Asia. So I think we need to gain a certain confidence in ourselves, and that this is exactly the kind of mentality I think that the President wants the Filipinos to avoid. A mendicant attitude, and this we're not disrespecting the aid that we've received, but definitely we can. Our track record shows that we're growing by leaps and bounds. So I suppose that answers your question. I'm not just giving you we're not giving you spin. The economic results tell us that we are growing, and in fact we are improving, and we can manage.
We're confident,
aren't you? I am.
For PTV News, Ria Fernandez.